What is the essence of Sukkot? There's a famous Ramban that says, what's the point of a miracle? What's that every single time that happens in your life is a miracle. Va'al nisecha shebechol yom imanu shebechol et. Where does it say? Amidah. Where in Amidah? Well, if you look at carefully, what does it say? Your miracles is every day, and your wonders is every moment. What's the difference? The purpose of the miracle is to remind you that every single time afterwards it happens is a miracle. Example, there's a guy, he gets paid paycheck by paycheck by paycheck. At the end of the week, he gets $1,000 for the week, but he lives and he goes buy Shabbat food with that check. That week his boss tells him, I'm sorry, this week I can't pay you, but next week I'll pay you. I need to pay the bills. Sorry, I can't pay this week, next week. As he's walking by, he doesn't know what to do. Somebody says, hey mister, yeah, how are you? Could you help me with some packages, please, to my house? No problem, I'll help you. He helps him out. All of a sudden, before this man leaves, he gives him an envelope. He said, this is a tip for you. He opens up the tip, he opens up the envelope. How much does he see in it? $1,000. He's flipping out. He goes Shabbat shopping, and all of a sudden he buys all the good goodies. And on this Shabbat, he starts telling his wife and his kids, you don't understand what a miracle happened. What happened? He gave me $1,000, exactly the amount of money that I was supposed to get from my boss. Fast forward, next week, he gets his paycheck from his boss. He goes buy Shabbat food, and he sits on the table and he's eating. So his kids tell him, Daddy, how come you're not, telling us a wild story? He said, no, what do you mean? This time I got my paycheck. That's exactly the big no-no. Because the Ramban is explaining, the second you get your paycheck, that itself is a miracle. So God, what he does is he opens up a door one week to a wild miracle that a guy gave you $1,000 tip to remind you that every single time you get that paycheck from your boss, it's a miracle in its own right. That is the Hidush. The Hidush is when a wild thing happens and you're like, whoa! It's to remind you that every single time where you think it's naturally, quote unquote, naturally, that itself is a miracle.